こんにちは。私はあなたと一緒にいてとても幸せです。Hello, everyone. Bonjour, tout le monde. I'm so happy to be with you for this new video. The video of the page 4 of our embroidery notebook that we will embroider together with those videos. This embroidery book is made of 10 pages, you know it right now. So you can find it on our website. We have different versions, English, Spanish, German, Portuguese. Also, if you order from Japan with our distributor Sunkei, you will have all Japanese explanation. So I have advanced your work with those videos, and please feel free to post your embroidery on this group and ask all your questions, and I will answer you. So let's take over the kit. Just have a look on the kit. But now you know it. So this is, I just made the transition. Yips. So this is the kit with the cover over there. So you know now here in this part you have all the content of the kit, and here the label. Inside the kit you have the printed fabric. Here this is the French version with all explanation in French, in English, with the sew explanation and all stitches with the instructions, also with a draw step by step. And you have all accessories you need, the needle, the felt, the ribbon, and the DMC thread. So today about the page 4 we are going to do, it's this one with a lot of version of the blanket stitch, en français le point de fêton, et on va commencer, we are going to start right now. Sorry, I mixed the French and English. So first of all, you place the draw in the center of the hoop. You know that now. The hoop is 10 centimeters. It's a very, it's the best diameter for to keep always the draw under your left thumb, and it gives you a good tension. So this is my favorite. So it's we are working with the DMC threads. And we are going to prepare the first ones. You know how you do. You take just one thread, double. You put the two extremities inside the needle over there. Okay? It's always the same technique. And you have the loop over there on the other extremities. So let's go for the first stitch, the blanket stitch. Up. Okay, this is a stitch we are going to work from left to right. We are secure the thread with the same way than other states. So you emerge, you go down, you pass inside the loop, okay, and bring your needle at the beginning of the line. Right now, always you keep the threads under your left thumbs. It's very important, okay, for the tension. So you bring your needle here on the top and emerge on the line and just pull towards you, close the fabric, and you repeat. So you bring your needle to the back on the top, then bring the needle out at the bottom, always keeping the tension with the thread under the thumb, and pull always towards you. Close the fabric, never to the top, because if you do that, the stitch will reduce. Okay? So you continue on the same way until the end of the line. And at the end of the line, so you continue at home your line. I just stop right now because I don't have enough time to make all the page. So you go down at the end of the line, just after the stitch, and you secure the thread passing under the stitches. Oops. I'm looking for my scissor. Oh no. Yes, sorry. So you cut. And in the notebook, you can see the first line. All stitches are the same. And here you have one smaller and one bigger, and you continue on all the line. Now we are going to do the same stitch but wiped. It means you need to make first your blanket stitch. That's what I did. I prepared just some stitch over there, and with another color you secure the thread on the back of the fabric. Up, up. Okay, so you bring your needle to the front, just on the middle of the first one. Sorry. And you pass from the left to the right under each stitch you just made. And that's all. I love this stitch. When you wipe a stitch, it's so cute after, you see? Okay, so you continue on all your stitch, and at the end, I'm going to make the last one. You just go down at the middle of the last stitch and secure the thread. You just slide between 3 previous stitches and you cut. Okay, so let's have a look. On this one, you can see you just have to make all the line. And now it's time to see the crescent blanket stitch. Let me tell you something. For those on the bottom of the line, we are working from the left to the right, the left to the right. And for those one, you just turn your work and work from the left to the right also. So just prepare your red threads I'm going to embroider with this one. It's better to see, huh? You know that now. Okay. You bring your needle to the front just to secure the threads. Pass under. Okay. Alors, it's a blanket stitch. It's a yes, blanket stitch. But what you need to do now, so it's work from left to right. Huh? You keep the thread under the left thumb. It's very important for the tension. And you go down on the top line. Then you bring the needle out at the bottom. And you pull towards you and make attention that stitches are very close together. Just emerge on the line. Oh, sorry for, okay, wait. Yes, it's better. So yes, make sure that the stitches are very close together. You bring the needle to the front on the line. And the difficulties is to have a regular line on the top, you see? So you just have to follow the draw and make sure that stitches are perpendicular to the draw. So you continue like this, following the curve. Okay. And embroidery the stitches next to each other. Remember that the stitches must remain perpendicular to the drawing. And you can see now stitches are smaller. So remember also the difficulty is to remain a regularity on the top line. And if this is not the case, you can hide the irregularities with a chain stitch or a stem stitch line. Okay, so at the end of the curve, you just go down and you can see that the last stitch is very smaller. You turn and you pass the thread inside the stitches and you cut. Okay, for this one, so just have a look here. This is the red one. So for this one, after you can pass directly to this one and you turn and make the other one. Okay, now, oh yes, I just want to explain you because it's always the same stitch. Just give me more view. So this is also a blanket stitch like the first one here. So you go from the left to the right to make this line, and to make the other one, you just turn and work from the left to the right, and that's all. After, for this one, you need to work with the same way. The first line is the same of this one, and the second one always the same, and you continue, and you can see the stitch is not on the other line. You can see you just have to go down right here. For this one, you need to cut the felt before, and you start from here and make exactly the same stitch, but you go down, stitching in the same time the felt and the fabric on this way. Okay, I just want to show you like that, and you continue. All right, so now it's time to see this stitch, la roue festonnée en français. The name in English is the buttonhole, no, the well, buttonhole well. And we are going to make this one, the red one. So take your thread, one double all the time. Make sure that the jaw is on the center. And this is exactly the same stitch, but the place you go down is different. So you emerge, the needle on the outline. Just secure the thread on the back. And we are working from left to right. Okay, so you go down, on the center, and emerge just near the first stitch. Ensuring the thread is under the tip of the needle. Look, you see? The thread is under, and the needle is on the top. You keep the tension also. Okay, so you turn, and as the previous blanket stitch, you need to pull to you, close the fabric, and you continue. Okay, and what you need to know, it's how to finish. Just a little tip. Okay, just let me show you. Okay, so for the last one, If you want to close the circle perfectly, you bring the needle out where the first stitch started, then you go down between the first and the second one. And that's all. So after, you can make more stitches if you want. It depends on what you want. If you want to see more the fabric, you need to make some more space between the stitches. You need to practice. You need to make some tests and just to know which technique you prefer. I think on this one, you see, we can see, yep, we can see more the fabric just here between the stitches. So let's try with more or less stitches. So you have to make 2 red one and 2 écru one. And now we are going to see the buttonhole bar stitch over there. So take 1 double thread also. Okay, so this is exactly the same stitch, but with a small difference. We are work not on the fabric, but we are embroidered on the threads. Look, first you secure the threads. Okay, it's work from left to right also. So you emerge your needle at the beginning of the stitch. You take the needle at the end of the line, then you come out just near the threads. And you pull hard, okay, it's very important. And keep the thread under the thumb. It's very, very important. The thread here need to be very strongly. So you pass the needle up and down under the thread without piercing the fabric by placing the thread under the needle, you see? And gently you pull the thread toward you, then to the left, but don't pull too much. And you continue in this way, making sure that the threads do not overlap. And oops. Make sure, okay, just one tip. If you want that this buttonhole bar are very straight, like that, you need to go down on the back, on the bottom, sorry, okay? But if you want like that, something less straight, you can go down on the top of the stitch. You need to test also. It depends on what you prefer. I prefer this version on the bottom. Allez, one more. You emerge your needle at the beginning of the line. You go down at the end and emerge 1 millimeter about from the start of the line. You pull hard, keep the tension, and you pass the needle up and down under the thread without piercing the fabric. 3, 4, 5, and don't pull too much. It means 5 or 6 times, and you go down the bottom of the stitch, and that's all. So just fix the thread on the back, and you cut. So let's have a look. You see on the notebook, so you have the first line in this color, the second one another color, the 2 here. You just have to follow instructions, and you have the color in the instructions. And now the last stitch is exactly the same, but with a small difference we are going to see. And the name of this stitch en français, in French, c'est la fleur festonnée, and in English is the highlight. So to make this one, you need a 1 double thread, and we are going to make the small one here. Okay, so you secure the thread, oops, sorry, excuse me. So you emerge on the circle just after the line over there. You secure, passing inside the loop, and you start. Keep the tension with your thumb. You go down on the top, bring the needle on the top, just on the circle, you see, and you turn. The most important information for this page is to keep the thread under the thumb to keep the tension, and also always pull towards you. Close the fabric. I think at the end of this page you will remember this information. And you emerge on the first hole where you start. And go down between the first and the second stitch. Up, ici. Okay, so we just finished this page. Let me just fix the thread. And to cut all excess thread. Yips. Just have a look. Yips. On this page, so you have some works to finish it, and I just give you an appointment for the next video. The next one will be this one, the fly stitch and the feather stitches. Okay, bye bye. Take care of yourself, and see you later.